For me?
Yeah.
The delusion was real. I don't know. It's weird. I bet you in a month I'm going to start knitting. Like Hilary Duff, but like French?
Hello and welcome to Homegrown Daisy. Today's guest, it's a real pinch me moment. A model, creative and Imagineer. She's lived all over the world, working with some of the biggest brands and creating waves wherever she goes. We did a mini campaign together back in 2020 and now she's here in the flesh. I can't quite believe it. It's Taylor Lashae, everyone.
Thank you for having me here.
Did you like Imagineer?
Yeah, no, I love that. Like I'm stealing that. That's
Absolutely.
now on my card.
That is yours. And I do like 2020 we worked together.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. You're
know.
actually here.
That's
Why are you
4
here?
years
Why are
ago.
you in the UK?
I'm here because I have a problem with traveling. I can't stay in one place for too long.
Amazing.
I'm so happy to be here.
It's so nice to have you here. So you have brought in your most significant pieces of jewellery. And so you're going to talk us through those shortly. And also at the end, I'm going to challenge you to choose your all-time favorite piece of Daisy.
Okay.
And then we're going to give the audience a cheeky discount on that as well.
Okay. I like that.
So before we go, set the scene, because I know that you have lived all over the world. I feel like your career has been here, there, and everywhere. Set the scene for like who you are and how you got to where you are.
Okay. Well, I kind of started what feels like a lifetime ago, but I began as a modeling agent in New York. And after the company I was working for, Ford, got bought out at the time, I had just started moving all my work over to Instagram, which was brand new at the time. And I was posting and I was thinking, you know, if I want to be the best agent ever, I want to show them that I can manage myself and I can manage them. And so I decided to show them what I could do by teaching them how to walk, what nail polish to bring, how to find the light, to pose, et cetera, and post it on my Instagram. I loved modeling at the time so much, and it was my chance to kind of showcase that, but I wasn't really the heights in New York. So I figured that it was a good way for me to teach other girls how to do it by being a coach of sorts. And with that being said, my Instagram just kind of blew up because I was just at the very beginning, and I kind of already weirdly had a business aspect to what I was posting without realizing what it would have turned into, because I was kind of gearing it towards getting models, you know, and then I was like, wait, I'm turning into one, and that's kind of cool. And I just kind of was winging it. And I'm a Leo, like at heart. So my optimism and bravery literally was just, okay, I'm doing this now.
Nice.
So I just kind of rolled with the punches and kind of went through that. Once I started picking up momentum, from New York, I moved to LA, and then from LA, I moved to Australia, and I decided to just kind of be a travel influencer, I suppose, I guess you can say now. But at the time, it was just, I wanted all the clients. I wanted all the jobs. I wanted to meet people, connect with everyone around the world. I wanted to meet other cultures and see how they worked. And that's just what I wanted to do, and I just did it. The delusion was real, because I don't know who I thought I was at 21.
I know in your 20s, we're you know, the sky's the limit.
Not like ferocious. Like I wasn't scared at all about anything happening to me. I was just like, I'm going to go here by myself and meet all these people and PR companies. I don't even know what I was doing. I just went out and did it, and it just really, it blew up. And the best thing about it all was that I was unapologetically myself. Like I was truly just me, like wanting to work. And my look, I guess, was different in all these places. So anyway, that's that.
I love that. I love that unapologetically yourself. We actually use that as at Daisy.
Really?
Yeah, because we want everyone to feel like in our jewellery unapologetically yourself. So that works. I forgot to say at the beginning, I like to set the scene of what we're wearing. Taylor is wearing a lot of Daisy.
A lot.
You have covered yourself. So Taylor's got the shrimps necklace with all of the shrimps, basically all the shrimps charms. You've got 3 of the shrimps earrings, big gold earrings. Where is your jacket from?
This is, nice try trying to say it. Red Iris.
Okay.
Do you know it?
No.
Look. Because it's.
No, I can't see. Yeah.
What is it? Osid Iris.
Osid Iris.
Osid Iris. Yeah. Very popular brand. I've had this
I've
jacket.
never heard of it, but I love it.
Oh my gosh, their stuff is incredible.
Yeah.
Osid Iris. I'm chopping that, but yeah, I love this jacket.
And some nice jeans. Love the boots as well.
Thank you. I never take the boots off. The jeans are Zara.
Nice. And I'm wearing jeans and a green top, and actually not that much jewelry for me today. Mix and match earrings, some sample earrings that are launching in October.
The pearl ones?
Yeah.
The drop pearls or the round?
Both of them.
Love them both.
They're good, aren't they? Yeah, I like to set the scene because lots of people are listening. You know. Oh, and Taylor is rocking a gorgeous red lipstick. It's kind of your signature style. And drinking a trip drink from our friends, which is delicious, aren't they? Are you feeling calmer?
Yes, I'm feeling pretty wavy.
You just mentioned how many different places you lived. What inspired all of those different moves? I know you wanted to make it here, there, and everywhere. Because I read something that you saw some really, really great like life advice from Will Smith.
I know, of all people. I know. He actually said that if you wanted to be the best at something, you needed to be the best in the world. And that just like rang in my head over and over. And I was like, that's true. You can't just be the best in New York. You got to be the best in LA. And
I love that.
So I just did that, you know, and why I just keep moving so much? I mean, the short answer is trauma. I run when in certain circumstances.
Okay.
I feel whenever I feel uncomfortable, I want to go somewhere new and kind of get re-inspired. So that kind of has just never ended. The trauma ended, but you know what I mean. Like once I got a hang of kind of moving whenever I felt uninspired to get inspired, then it was kind of like an addiction. Like, okay, like what's next? Like, okay, I've seen this place. I've seen this place. Like I want to go somewhere totally opposite and try to work the market and or take epic photos and or just live there for a while and just see what it's like. And so that part gets addicting, but it has been amazing, but quite lonely sometimes and a sense of like, I want a closet, like a permanent closet. How nice would that be? Like I'm always in and out of hotels and Airbnbs and everything. So this year, September, I'm going to try to decide where I'm going to be permanently.
How does the UK, all these amazing places you've listed and you're currently like just outside of Leeds in the UK, how does that compare to all the places you lived?
Well, to be honest, every single place that I have gone to and stayed an extensional amount of time there, I've loved it in its own right. Like I love, like outside of Leeds, like there's like little mini ponies and like sheeps and like it's the cutest thing ever. Not only that, it's just so different to America. Everywhere you go, like one of my favorite things, and it's so small, but there's flowers everywhere, like everywhere on the sides of the streets, by the gas stations, like everywhere. How much nicer would all these other, America to be if you just put flowers everywhere? Like it was
so true. I've never really thought about that. There are flowers everywhere.
It's just, it means it changes everything. So I don't know. I have like this little romance with the English countryside, and I'm really enjoying the hills and everything. It's just landscaping's different.
It's beautiful.
And you feel different in different places. And here I'm feeling very inspired, and I'm just loving it. I'm like kind of by the moors, like in between Manchester and Leeds or whatever.
Yeah.
So just seeing those hills and the old school castles and stuff are just really cool.
Okay, so as we said, we worked together back in 2020, which feels like a long time ago.
4 years ago. It's almost 5 years.
A lot has happened. Can you remember the first piece of Daisy that caught your eye?
Yes, I can. I remember at that time I was an all gold girly, but I decided to get only silver Daisy stuff.
I remember you asked for it, and I said, I think I replied back saying, "You've asked for silver. Is this right?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
I was just going with it. Like, I wanted all silver, and I got all silver. First thing that really stood out to me was the rose. It was a flower necklace
on like a disc.
It was on a disc. It was like a plaque with a drawn in rose, and it had the matching ring that went with it. And I loved it because it looks like my tattoo. I have a little rose tattoo. Not exactly, but I was like, this is for me. Definitely. So that definitely stood out to me a lot.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, so before we dive into significant pieces, I asked this question to everyone. What is it about jewelry that you think makes it so important to people?
I think there's a few things about jewelry that makes it the most important. I think it's the memories, or when you buy jewelry, there's something innately with you that kind of like adds the memory. But for me anyway, when I travel and I get a piece, like say a ring, I'm going to always remember where I got it.
Yeah.
And that just is like, I make significance with jewelry. It's much easier to add significance to earrings or a necklace or to a bracelet more than you can items of clothing, in my opinion. Like I think it's much easier to put home like memory into jewelry and attach to them more. As someone with OCD, I'm proud. I love to wear my jewelry and have them kind of what I'm trying to organized on my hands. Like it's very important. So having them all kind of scattered the way that they are. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it
Am I
does.
making sense?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
But it's so
yes.
true. And like thinking back, like when we talk about clothes, like I can look back and go, God, I'd never wear that anymore. But I don't think that's the same with
Yeah.
jewelry. I don't ever look at jewelry I own and go, God, I'd never wear that anymore.
Yeah. True.
I think
No.
jewelry is just one of those things that's just
Totally.
always with us.
And you just phase it in, phase it out, because
Exactly.
depends on.
And then like rediscover it later.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah.
And not only that, but the best thing about jewelry is you get cute little boxes to go with your jewelry. You get all the little boxes, and you have like
my
all the cute
God.
stuff.
I should mention, so these are new jewelry cases. So we've
Love
got
them.
obviously this podcast is about, what's in your jewelry box kind of situation. But look, this is for you.
For me?
Yeah.
Wait, that's so cute.
Isn't it cute?
Oh my gosh, that's so great. Thank you.
Oh, that
I
reaction
love it.
was so sweet. A real shock.
Well, it says TL on it.
Oh yeah, for
Like,
those
that's
listening.
the cutest thing ever.
Aren't they sweet?
Oh my gosh, I love that.
It's a cute color, isn't it?
Obsessed
the
with
stripe?
it.
Yeah.
It's so good.
You're
Thank
good.
you. Oh,
You're
I love
welcome.
it. But that's the best part too.
Yeah.
You get little boxes.
Yeah.
And all your things go in little boxes. OCD.
Exactly, and you can play around on the
Yeah.
train later. You can reorganize.
Oh,
all
I'm
your
so excited. That's actually really cute. I love that. And you just put the
Yeah, the studs in there, and then there's another compartment behind here.
Stop. Oh my
For
god, for
necklaces.
necklaces.
Yeah.
Wait, this is so good.
It's cute, isn't it?
I love it. Great color choice.
You buy them on £9.75. Anyway, right. Okay, so let's dive into your significant pieces then. Where do you
Okay.
want to start?
I'll start with my first piece, I suppose. So the first piece I'm showing you is my Tank Cartier watch. This is the first expensive piece of jewelry I bought myself that I wanted to kind of pass down to my kids or godchildren.
Yeah.
One day, it was just kind of like my first, like, okay, girl, you're doing it. Like, you're doing it. So January 1st of 2018, I decided
I
to
love
go.
that you can remember the
I
dates.
told you. I told you. I'm like I know exactly where I was in New York on Fifth Avenue, and I walked in the Cartier store because I wanted to be like Audrey Hepburn. I mean, wanted to
course.
pretend I was in a movie
Yeah.
and go buy my first Cartier watch, and I wanted the gold. I didn't realize that it was like way more expensive than the silver.
really?
So I was like, okay, girl. Well, you're leaving with something today. Like, you're leaving with something. So I went with the silver so I could also start trying to wear more silver pieces as well. Because even though I'm gold, but there was no way at the time can justify how much more the difference was at the time.
It's gorgeous and such a nice thing to mark out that moment when you go, I did this.
Yeah.
I've managed to achieve so much. And
It was
that's
like a
such a good
milestone.
self-gift.
Thank you. I
love
felt like
that.
it was a boss gift to
Yes.
give yourself at the Cartier store.
So we've had someone else on the podcast who brought in their Cartier
Oh,
tank
really?
watch as their, and it was the same story.
No way.
It was like, so it's really, it's like people do buy time pieces.
Yeah, I didn't even. Oh my gosh, that's so
Yeah,
fun.
it was Estee Lalonde, who we have a collaboration with. She lives in Canada. Oh, sorry, she's Canadian. She doesn't live there. She lives here. But she bought herself a Cartier
Oh
watch.
my gosh.
Like the first
Well,
big
that
thing she
must
bought
be a
herself.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels like a good first piece.
Oh, yeah.
Like a watch. I don't know what it is.
Because it's timeless.
It's timeless,
and
actually.
it's so classic and so beautiful.
Yeah,
And
agreed.
again, like you said, it's one of those pieces that will just always be timeless, and it can be passed on forever.
and passed on. Exactly.
Yeah.
That was kind of my like one little thing.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, where do you want to go next?
Second thing, I will do my fun ones so I have these 4 hand blown glass rings that I found in the middle of nowhere, France. Just a couple weeks ago, and I'm not joking, they're my favorite things in the whole world. They were at a flea market on a Tuesday at noon. And I remember being like, who has a flea market in the middle of nowhere, France? So we stopped naturally
Of course.
and saw hundreds of these glass rings. And the best part about this booth to me was not only just hundreds of these rings, but it was the women who were sitting behind it were old. I'm talking old. Okay, old women. And I don't know what language they spoke. They weren't speaking to me, even if I did speak the same language, but I loved them.
Yeah.
I just love that they were there selling their
Were
glass
they
rings.
making them as they were selling?
No, like they were too
yeah.
old to even be there. Like they were just manning the booth. But I know that it was theirs. Like,
Yeah.
does that makes like it just felt so good and
So
it was
authentic.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the daughter was there who was helping me, you know.
Okay.
So I could tell it was like a family owned thing. And it just lit up my life
They're
when I saw them.
gorgeous.
They're just really cute. Here, I'll just show you right here.
Yeah, they're lovely.
They're fun. And this also kind of goes into another side quest.
Mm-hmm.
So me for the last 10 years have been all black, French noir,
Mhm.
red lipstick, cat eye, black beret, very poet like
Yeah.
Bob Dylan vibe.
Yeah.
as
That's
you can
that's
say.
what comes to mind when I think of Taylor
And
Lashae.
it's been a caricature of me, which I was very comfortable in for a decade. That's just been me, and it has been me. Now, I have, without realizing, over the last 6 months or so, I took up my IUD, and I've been on an IUD this whole, like, most of my life, 10, 15 years. And I have kind of, what's the word? Disconnected from that black poet, like,
Caricature version.
caricature of myself, and I'm like really starting to explore other things. Now, even a year ago, me seeing these glass rings would have never, I would have
They
been
wouldn't
like,
even caught your eye.
like the fact that they had a glimmer of color was
Yeah.
not for me.
Yeah.
So after these 6 months of being off my IUD, I'm starting to find myself liking color or liking these strange things that I would never like otherwise. And I'm finding it so interesting. And I don't know, I think these are the first real purchase that I even, they were €2, by the way. Like, I couldn't say no.
Kind of different from the first piece.
Absolutely. And you know what? Little things like that make me so happy.
Yeah.
But it was just the color, and these actually hold more memory to me than some of the other ones, because I feel like now, even though it's happening right now, I know that these are going to be like my first introduction to color and the new version of myself that's kind of like coming out of this hormonal birth control that I've been on for so long without realizing. I'm like discovering myself for the first time, truly. And it's like kind of soul searching. Like I'm a different person. New music, a new color, new all sorts of things. So
it's amazing.
Those rings kind of really
it's crazy.
start that chapter.
It's like how transformative. Like, I mean, I know we all know like how mental hormones are, but my goodness, to actually like fully feel like a completely different person in terms of your taste. Like, people say like, oh God, I feel like a different person, but I haven't heard tales of like actual like my taste in like in fashion changing and things like that.
Oh, it's been wild. Like, I'm shocking myself. Like, I bought a pink cashmere the other day. If any of my family, like they would think it's a joke. Like, I called my grandmother and she was like, Are you wearing pink? I was like, yeah, actually. Like, I was like getting nervous because I was like, I despise things like colors, bright things or anything like that. I don't know why, and I have to try to explain to them, well, I'm off my birth control and like I like it now.
Yeah.
Then I'm listening to different music, like all sorts of different music. It's so weird.
It's
like
fascinating.
The most interesting part about it is I had no idea. Like, it feels so gradual. Like, I don't feel like, oh, all of a sudden I wake up and I'm like, oh, I like pink today.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, wait, do I like that?
Yeah.
And then I'll walk by and then I'll see something. I'm like, do I like that?
Yeah.
That is like pink and baby blue and yellow and like what? And then I'll like, flirt with the idea.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I'm flirting hard and I'm buying everything. And I'm like, who is this? But I love it. I feel softer. I don't know if it's the UK countryside and all the little sheeps going on, but I'm just like into
and
soft.
the miniature ponies.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know what's happening.
That's amazing.
I would actually love to hear if anyone else had any stories like this, because I feel dramatic, like traits in other people I'm starting to disconnect with and reconnect on other things, if that makes sense too.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird.
I love it.
I bet you in a month I'm going to start knitting and making pottery or something.
Watch this space.
I'm just going to start gardening, anyway, but.
So would that lead us on? Have you got your aura ring? Did you say?
Yes, I did. So that lead us, yes. So that's what that was.
Which I had never heard of these things, and it blew my mind. I think they're just the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah, I got this. So when I got off my IUD, I was like, well, I have no idea like about menstrual cycles on my own. Like, I don't know tit for tat or anything like that. So when I heard about this ring and it syncs up to your period app, it tells you when you're about to start, when you should chill out, when you're feeling this way, whenever you kind of have like more of a fever, when it tells me to breathe when I'm too stressed. Like, it feels my heartbeat and it's like,
amazing.
girl, you need to chill.
Wait, how? Because it's telling you.
Yeah, it tells you on your app.
Yeah.
So whenever you have it on and like, say for instance, I'm stressed out right now, it'll beep. The notification will come and I'll be like, take a $5.
No
just kind of, yeah. And it also tracks my sleep when I wake up. I mostly use it for the sleep.
Yeah.
Because I sleep very odd. And so when I wake up, it tells me, you know, if you need more rest today, if your body needs to, you know, whatever, if you need to eat more healthy, it just is the best. Like it's really good for stuff like that.
So for those listening, it's like a thick gold band and it's called the Aura ring.
Yes.
And it just looks like a beautiful, it's just like a really classic piece of jewelry.
Totally. And they have silver and they had this Gucci collab, which was actually pretty cool. Normally I'm not for the gimmicks, but the Gucci one was really sick.
Yeah.
They have pink and stuff, but yeah.
Really
it's actually pretty expensive for this little ring, but worth it, I think. Especially
I don't
when
think
you're
I
going
could
natural.
wear it. I have to take all my rings off at nighttime. I can't sleep in rings.
Oh.
So I'd struggle with that.
Oh no, I sleep with all
Do
of my.
you?
Well, I have a thumb ring and my Aura ring, but I took my thumb ring off. But the Aura ring and my thumb, I keep on, but everything else has to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Earrings always have to go.
Yeah. I can keep the little ones in
The
here.
little huggies. Yeah.
The big ones. That's
but
just carnage.
but this is fun. Like this is really cool. So
amazing.
It's a cool one.
And it's nice to just be like in control
totally
of your body and know what's going on.
Totally.
Yeah.
I like to know, especially my sleep and my period, because I just don't know that stuff. And with my hormones kind of out of whack from kind of weaning off of that, like I thought I would be normal in parentheses after a month. No, I'm like ever changing, like 6 months, and I'm like, dude, I'm not the same person.
Yeah.
Like, how did I have any friends before? I was so tactical and stressed and pacifying, and everything had to be done a certain way. Or if someone would change the time, I would panic. No one knew this, but internally I would panic. Like, okay, well, the time changed and we'll have to reschedule this. And now I'm just kind of.
So you've mentioned OCD.
Yeah.
So how, like, is this all linked to it as well? Like
for
those
sure.
kind of reactions?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I'm still OCD, but I can let things breathe. My mom's a Virgo and also extremely OCD. So it's kind of, I was raised by a Virgo OCD mom. And so the way that she did things to me was efficient. And so everything for her had to be efficient and timed. So therefore I'm efficient and timed, you know?
Yeah.
And it's important to me. I feel like that's what I was raised looking at. I saw a woman who literally had binders and highlighters and laminate and this and that. Like it was best having a Virgo mom. If I lost anything, she goes, oh, pull out the thing. Here we go. Like, oops, I keep hitting this. She has like everything organized perfectly. Just, you know, it's almost to the point where it's too much.
Really?
It's absolutely too much.
Yeah.
But it works for her.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, so have we got one? No, we've got 2 more pieces left.
Yes.
Where do you want to go next?
We'll go with this one because speaking of my OCD Virgo mom, love you. My mom had always been someone to want to pass down all of her jewelry to me and my sister. And she has an arrangement of diamonds. She's a very fancy lady.
Nice, gorgeous.
And she had this. She had this in the 90s, which is as gaudy as it gets, but we're so here for it now. So she has this that she had gotten. And
can you try and describe it to people listening?
Ooh.
It's very chunky.
It is a very chunky silver platinum quadruple band of tiny diamonds that
Yeah, with one big square one in the middle.
With one square in the middle, with 4 diamonds in the middle.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going
beautiful.
on, but it is all platinum and all little diamonds everywhere.
It's beautiful.
And I know that my mom got this in the islands. My mom loved living in St. Thomas and St. John. She lived in the Virgin Islands for a while, and if she could go anywhere in the world, I know that's where she'd go. And she acquired a bunch of these beautiful fine jewelry pieces and diamonds there because it was all tax free. So she justified getting her diamonds in the islands because they were tax free, and I don't blame her. But at all for that. So my sister gets one and I got one.
Amazing.
For now that we can have and wear now while she's still alive. And then we get to go through the rest of them. But this one was so me.
It's beautiful. I know I've seen lots of photos of you wearing that. It's gorgeous.
It's just, I've never seen anything like it. Truly. So yeah,
amazing.
There's that. So that one has a lot of love.
And you close with your mom?
Yes. Yes.
So where is she back? So she's back in Texas.
She's in Texas. Yes.
And your sister?
Yeah. My sister's in LA.
Okay.
Yes. But I'm the oldest of 5. So I have sisters and brothers and all of that. But of my mom, my sister, and, you know, me. But yeah, I'm really close with everybody. To be honest, I'm close with all my family, my dad's side, my mom's side. It's just really nice. I moved away so young. And when you move away for a really long time, it's like you kind of reinvent yourself. And when you come back home, you kind of break whatever view they had of you,
Sure,
you know?
yeah,
So you
yeah.
in a good way, you know, it's like I'm an adult now. And
Mhm.
I mean, this was a while ago,
Mhm.
obviously, but you kind of get more comfortable when you come back and spend time with everyone. It's more of a delight, you know?
Mhm. Yeah, I know
So,
what you mean.
yeah. So when I came home last summer or year before that, I got to know everyone again, you know, just, you know, as we all progress through life. It's been very lovely. So I'm very close with everybody and everyone's
Nice.
just the best.
We've had 4 pieces. What is your final significant piece that you've brought in?
My last final piece is actually something that reminds me of the UK. Since this is an English podcast, I wanted to bring up my favorite English pair of earrings that I had got. I had just come to, well, not England for the first time, but it was my first time going up to Yorkshire and visiting my boyfriend's parents and like seeing his family and everything. And we all, you know, took a day trip and went shopping. And
Nice.
I found these Vivienne Westwood Saturn
They are
pearl
amazing.
earrings. And I'm a huge space fan. I have Saturn also tattooed on my wrist.
Mhm.
And so when I saw them, I was just like, they are mine
Mhm.
forever. And I love them. And they remind me of the UK. And they remind me of meeting Jake's wonderful family.
Yeah.
And also just loving England.
They are so impressive, aren't they?
They're so cool.
They're really regal,
yeah.
aren't they?
I just love a good, it looks like a Martian ship with
Yeah.
the pearl, like
Yeah.
what? But I really love it. And I wear them all the time.
Amazing.
But yeah, I just wanted to have a little English piece.
So that was the first time you met his family?
Yes, and we went
Nice.
shopping, and I got his mom a cute little Vivienne Westwood little wallet or a purse, and got those earrings, and the rest
Amazing.
is history.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I love all of them. I love all of them. They've all got such different stories. I love the watch. I love the glass rings. The Aura ring, I'm convinced I need to get one.
I think you should.
I think I should scrap my Fitbit. That just looks uncool.
I actually didn't see it.
I took it off
Oh,
because
okay.
it looks so uncool. Okay, amazing. So let's talk more about fashion, because also
Okay.
we've kind of touched on this a little bit.
Right.
But, so you've worked in fashion for years. How would you describe your personal style? Like, and this is what's so fascinating, that you've described it. It's changed so drastically.
Like
But how would you describe it now?
now?
Yeah.
Well, I'm still working that out, but now it's so hard. But my style has changed from French noir, Jean-Luc Godard, black and white Amélie style.
Mhm.
Like that's just how it was. But now I'm kind of going into red lipstick, kitten heels, but I just see funky colors. Like Hilary Duff, but like French. You know?
Bit playful.
Yeah, playful, but still very sexy, very
Yes.
La Femme. Just something brighter, something more colorful, something more Art Deco.
Mm-hmm. I think you've done a very good job of explaining your personal style.
Thank
there.
you. Okay,
there was
great.
a lot
Yeah,
of
sorry.
different words, and it worked.
There was a lot of words. Yeah, thanks.
So talking about your style, what role does jewelry play in that?
Oh, it plays the biggest part for me.
Mhm.
I feel like I cannot put on an outfit unless I know what jewelry I'm wearing.
Really?
Like jewelry's first. Like rings to me are like my bra. Like I need to have my rings on first and foremost. The first thing I put on every morning. I cannot leave the house without them. I will cancel my day to go back home to get my
Really?
rings. I'm not joking you.
And are you kind of like, I mean, you're wearing quite a few now. Would you wear like one on every finger if you could?
double
Yeah.
stacked too.
Yeah.
Double stacked all the way through. I have pinky rings on each. I have thumb rings. I'm triple stacked, like big. I like big, chunky statement things. And mix matched.
Yeah.
I like my earrings to mix match. Am I saying that funny? Mixed matched? You hear it? Mixed match.
Yeah, it does sound funny. Mix and matched.
Mix and
No.
match. Mixed match.
What's the phrase? Mismatch.
Mismatched. This whole time of my life, I've been saying mixed match.
It's probably because you've got IUD. You're saying it wrong.
It's the hormones. But yeah, no, I like all my earrings to be different. I don't really like them to be the same. For the most part, I just think it's fun and quirky. But yeah, I feel like once I have my jewelry on, then I can kind of delegate what I feel for the day. But I
Nice.
cannot start until my jewelry's on.
Love that.
Yeah, it's
Love.
true.
What is your earliest jewelry memory?
Ooh, probably when I was 1 or 2. We were Hispanic, so we'd had to go to Claire's at the mall and get our ears pierced.
I can't believe you can remember that.
I
That's
can.
amazing.
I remember because I remember thinking that I remember sitting there and like already pretending to cry as if it hurt. And then when it got it done, I remembered it didn't
really hurt.
really, but I think I still cried anyway.
To try and get something, maybe a nice treat.
I was a brat. Yeah, I was just like, I'm crying because
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you've just pierced a hole in my ear.
Yeah, but I don't even think I understood. I was just like, I'm just crying now. I am. I don't know. But yeah, and I always just remember, I don't remember, probably just little fake diamond studs or something. But yeah, that's my earliest memory of jewelry.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, so staying with the like trip down memory lane. Any like embarrassing outfits from the past that you just look back on and go, what was I thinking? Why would I wear that? Or anything like that?
Oh my gosh, actually I have.
You
do?
do?
Okay, listen. So I was going to say not really because I've been wearing black for so long, but then I remember my high school days just now. I mean, the ugliest thing just popped up in my head from what I used to wear in high school. Little context, just tiny bit of context. My mom wanted me and my sister to travel. Like, y'all were not going to be American girls. Like, in other words, like in a bubble where everything was just in your life. So while we were in 3rd, 4th grade, 5th grade, she would take us to Paris and London and all these places to live culture another way. Well, that summer before high school, she took us to Paris and she let us buy all this crazy stuff. Like, mind you, Y2K, Lindsay Lohan, like Nicole Richie, like I had come back, I'm in 6th grade with a tank top of a naked girl on my shirt and I'm getting yelled at I'm just yelled at. So, but my mom was like, she's expressing herself.
I love that.
She's doing what she wants to do because y'all are small-minded and you don't know, it's just a woman's body, et cetera, et cetera. My mom was just like, picked me up from school and was like, you're just not going to school if you can't wear the shirt. Like, she was like that.
Oh my God, she sounds amazing.
But she let me buy the weirdest things. I came out of Paris thinking I was just hot shit. I can't even say it.
What was it?
Okay, picture leg warmers, but like for your wrists.
Yes.
And wait, what do you mean?
I can picture them. I know.
They were like black knitted furry skunk wrist warmers that came like down here and like wrapped around. They were awful.
Did they have like a little thing for your thumb to go through? I need to see a photo. I think everybody needs to see a photograph.
I actually don't have any.
Surely your mum's got one in the binder.
I'm sure she does, but if she does, I wore that black and white wrist warmer fuzzy furry thing with a like brown tank top with a naked girl on it and a pink ruffled skirt and like big I always wear thigh high boots. Like I still do to this day. I just love thigh high, knee high boots. But I with my little Dior bag and my Tory Burch and my like Ed Hardy hat, like it was atrocious. But I'll never forget about those wrist warmers I decided to wear in high school. And
I've forgotten about those.
I thought I was so like new age. Like
you were really cool. No, you were super cool back then.
None of it matched.
No, that was very cool.
No, like Lizzie McGuire. No, her friend Miranda would have been so proud. Like it was a Miranda outfit. You know what I mean?
I'd never watched Lizzie McGuire.
You never watched Lizzie McGuire?
No.
I don't even know why I've talked about her so much this trip.
Right?
You know what I mean when I say Miranda. Anyway, I don't know. I've talked about Lizzie McGuire twice now, but it's okay.
That's amazing.
So that's that.
Okay, well, let's stick with that theme. Any trends that have circled back around that you just weren't expecting?
Yes, many.
Yeah.
There's a couple of things where...
Thankfully, no wrist warmers.
Yeah, no. Oh my gosh. I would be blown away. I don't think I'd be deceased. I can't believe, I wouldn't believe it if they told me.
Maybe they're going to make a comeback now after this podcast.
I will never stop laughing because they're hideous. That was the most hideous thing ever. But yeah, no, there's a couple things that are making its way back. Like the old school huge Dior Paris Hilton sunglasses and the really low waist hip hugger jeans with the thongs hanging out, bedazzled. Are
they back?
I'm seeing it everywhere. Really? Little kitten heels were cute. I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
But when I'm talking about the utter gasps that I've been seeing of jorts making it back,
okay,
with the big buckles that you would get from a place called like
Jeans Direct or something.
Sure, I was gonna say like.
Where were you going?
Aeropostale or like Abercrombie and Buckle. Do you have Buckle or like Oakley?
No.
Okay, there's just these weird belts. Hot Topic.
Oh, right. Okay,
just like
they're really big, like chunky ones.
They're like the big belts, but they have like double things
yes,
in it.
Yes.
It's just like very strange things that I'm seeing. It's just very Y2K. And it was strange then. It is strange now.
Yeah.
But I don't hate it. I'm not hating on it. But
we weren't expecting
was shocked. Yes.
Yeah.
The shock value is there for me. It's really the jorts that are throwing me off. But I don't know why. I don't know why. Just like I did not see that coming back at all.
We've spoken about this before, like pedal pushers. I did not see coming
What
back.
are pedal pushers?
They're like tight is this how you describe them? Like tight trousers down to here?
Oh, the capris.
Capris,
Yes,
okay.
those are making it back. But
I wore them all the time as a kid, and I didn't even know they were back. And I'm here for it. Your team rocked them.
Oh,
Holly was wearing them the other day.
I'm here for it too. It's particular style. I couldn't do it, but when I see it, I'm like, that's cute. Like when it's like soft pink and they have the little shoes with the flowers on it, Yeah. Lizzie McGuire, Lizzie McGuire's like make a full comeback, but I'm still shocked. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. We just weren't
I wasn't. But yeah, I think that's it for.
I love it. What's next? What have you got coming up next?
Next I'm going to figure out where I'm going to live.
Yes, of course.
Which is exciting.
Oh my goodness. So when this episode comes out, because we are recording this a little bit earlier, it comes out in September. So
maybe by then I'll know. I doubt it though. I'm just
Why
saying
is September your cutoff?
Because that's when I go home.
Right. Okay.
And so I do plan on going to LA for a while. My sister's there and I haven't been to LA in a while. But I'm hoping that maybe, because I've lived in LA before and I hated it.
Really?
Oh, I mean, weather's great, views are great, but the people were not my kind of people.
And you have to drive everywhere, right?
I like driving everywhere.
Yeah, okay.
That's a Texas girl in me. But
Okay.
I also I wish they were at trains like they do here.
Yeah.
Like I loved being on the trains, but I don't mind the drive. But I'm hoping by September I find a place to, that I want to be at, and hopefully in LA so I can be by my sister.
Yeah.
And then after that, something very exciting is coming in September. I collabed with my friend who owns Face Forward beauty line, and I'm coming out with a lipstick.
Which makes so much sense.
Lip liner and lipstick.
Well, we're all big lipstick lovers here, so we will be purchasing.
Awesome. The team that I'm working with is just fantastic. So it's going to be a great project, and I feel like it's just been time for me to come up with some lip stuff,
Yeah.
So
it makes so much sense. Decide where you're going to live. We're all tuned in, and we can't wait to see your lipstick.
Thank you.
It's been so nice to have you. And before we go, we donate £100 on your behalf. We do this for everyone that comes on our podcast. What is the charity that you'd like to donate to?
So I went on this trip and met this amazing girl named Ava who has a foundation in honor of her brother who brings awareness to fentanyl abuse. And I really bonded with what she said. Like everything that she said really resonated with me because I have I've had family who've had addiction problems in the past. So I'd really like to donate to the Devin Michael Foundation.
Amazing. We're going to offer a 20% discount on a piece of your choice. From all the pieces you're wearing today, what do you think is your favorite piece? And we can offer the listeners and watchers 20% off for a limited time only.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Ooh, I really like the horseshoe earrings that I'm wearing.
They are the shrimps, yes. The shrimps horseshoe shape, and they've got little clovers on them. Okay.
My favorite. Let's do these.
Okay, so the shrimps horseshoe earrings, you can shop with 20% off, and there'll be a discount code in the show notes.
Thank you so much for having me here.
It's been lovely. Thank you, Taylor.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you for listening to Homegrown Daisy. Make sure to subscribe wherever you listen to your podcast and follow us on Instagram so you don't miss a thing.